Let's talk a little bit about this settlement that the federal government has finally done with the African-American farmers out there who've been discriminated over the past many decades. There was a settlement. Now, Steve King, he's a Republican congressman from Iowa, and he's very opposed to this. And he said this. I'll play the clip. Roland, we'll get your response, and then I'll bring Ed in.
Sure.
Figure this out, Madam Speaker. We have a very, very urban Senator, Barack Obama, who has decided he's going to run for president. And what does he do? He introduces legislation to create a whole new Pigford claim.
The Pigford claim is this settlement that obviously has now passed after so many years of trying a very, very, I mean, what I guess is controversial, and explain to me why you think it's so controversial when he talks about a very, very urban senator.
Well, first of all, what is very, very urban? Why don't you just go ahead and say black? I mean, there's a third thing in radio business. They call it non-urban dictate. What that meant was you don't buy any advertising on radio stations targeting African Americans. Why don't Steve King just go ahead and say it? And don't you think that a member of Congress from Iowa would be concerned about black farmers denied opportunities by our federal government? The settlement also involved Native American farmers as well. But again, these are farmers. You would think Stephen King from Iowa would figure that out. But again, he has played with racial language before, and this is no different. He is an embarrassment to the people of Iowa and to the U.S. Congress.
Should he apologize, Ed?
Absolutely not. First of all, calling someone that from an urban area is not necessarily calling them black. If you wanted to call the president black, you can do that. But I don't think that was his point. I think his point is that basically the experience of Obama as a senator in the areas that he represented, he knew more about HUD programs in urban areas than he did as someone who's represented a rural area. This is a complicated issue. Great discrimination was done to African-American farmers. They justifiably deserve to be paid, those who are legitimate. The critical thing here is, are there more people laying in claims today who have rights? And if they can't prove it, then I don't think they should get more resources.
Roland, go ahead.
Again, Wolf, I understand code words, and again, I'll say it. In the media business, when you say non-urban dictate, people knew exactly what that meant, not to buy ads on radio stations targeting African Americans. So I know code words, and Steve King knows it as well. And I'm appreciative that then Senator Obama had the guts, unlike many Southern senators from South Carolina, Mississippi, and from the places where more black farmers are, they did nothing to help these farmers. At least he stood up and sponsored the legislation. That's why it's important. So Steve King, he should apologize for being an embarrassment to the people of Iowa.
All right, Roland, I know you feel strongly on this. Ed, thanks to you as well.
I don't know as much about the subject, but all I can tell you is that Steve King has represented his state very, very well, been reelected over and over again. It's a rural area. Whatever that code is, that means farmers, people that work hard with their hands.
All right.
White or black.
Thanks very much.
He didn't care about these farmers. He didn't care about these farmers.